Well, during my confirmation process, I met with quite a few TSA employees. I focused a lot on the frontline folks in our airports, the uniformed officers that you're all most familiar with. I asked them what they thought about working for TSA. I asked them what it meant to be to be a transportation security officer. I asked them what they thought I should do if I got the job. And no surprise, I got some interesting answers, some that I won't repeat, and some that were enlightening. This is not a shy crowd, by the way. When you deal with as many people as we see in the course of a day, you learn to be pretty straightforward and blunt about your assessments. One officer said that she felt more part of the airport than TSA. A number of officers said they felt their job had become one of simply getting people through security lines as fast as possible, and they were admittedly worried about whether things were getting past them. Others advised me to simply just let them do the job they were hired to do, to protect the traveling public, but to have their backs when they do it. So what I found was that they cared deeply about their work. They cared about their purpose, and they really cared about their identity. They wanted to be what they joined to be, highly professional security officials, protecting the traveling public, protecting all of you, all of us, and our nation's transportation system, but that they often felt like baggage screeners there to make the lines move fast. And as we began digging into the root causes of the Inspector General's findings, we kept returning to this fundamental notion of purpose and identity. So we began by collectively restating who we are and what we are from top to bottom of the organization. So we published our intent. We said out loud that we were security professionals. We work in an intelligence-driven, adaptable counterterrorism agency. We're focused on the security of the nation's transportation system. We even retook the oath of office. Well, as it turns out, changing how you define yourself changes everything. The habits around one thing affected our entire agency. And in Paul O'Neill's terms, the one thing that we would focus on that would change everything was our identity. And I'll tell you, that single but important change has set in motion an ongoing transformation of TSA. It led to changing the way we think about, we prepare for, and the way we execute our complex mission in what is perhaps the most dynamic and challenging threat environment we've seen. And even as we tackled the root causes of the Inspector General's findings, and thus far successfully addressed the headline-grabbing wait times in the face of record air passenger travel, we've kept our focus on who we are and how we need to transform to meet future threats. So if we were to be security professionals, then we had to pay attention to how we deliver security.